Alright. Go ahead and get everything going here. Got my scripts up. Got Visual Studio. Let's see how this is working. Just wait for the game to load up. What the? Huh? But they aren't destroying. Hey, what's up guys? It's Shaquille the Eagle here to share this fourth devlog in a more condensed format. If you like these videos, please leave a like and subscribe. I got more Punchball stuff coming, so your support would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, on to the log. So for this log, I wanted to do some more cool stuff with the balls. I wanted to make a function where whenever you hit a ball, it would add a set amount of time to the timer script and keep the clock going. I also wanted to start the clock at a lower time than a minute so that there would be a bit more stakes and intensity when you play.
But there was an issue. See, I went to my computer on Monday and booted up as normal. Opened up Punchball, tested to make sure my score in high school was working, and the balls wouldn't destroy on click anymore. This frustrated me because I had made no change to the ball script, which is the script that governs when the balls are destroyed. I spent hours trying to figure out what was going on, trying to figure out how to reference the balls in different ways. At the end, though, I couldn't figure it out, so I went to bed and hoped I could figure it out later.
5 hours later.
The next day goes by and I only have a couple hours to hopefully figure out the ball script. Then as soon as I do, I'll start working on either the add time function or the balls, or start on some new ball types. The ball script issue seriously took way longer than it should have. I had spent all of 2 days wondering how the heck code wasn't working. I had asked on the Unity forums and on a few Discord servers about it, and I wasn't getting clear answers from the forums or most of the Discord servers, until one guy from one of the Discord servers I've been on for a while now asked me a simple question. Is the score being added?
To be honest, I have no idea why I didn't think of doing this before.
I had been getting error codes referring to that specific line of code, and the forums even said it was a score manager reference I was running that was causing the issue. I had learned not too long ago that the GameObject.find method for running things was a huge no-no in C#, but at this point I had no reason to believe in my mind that was the problem. I had figured it was something off the inspector, like I forgot to add something to GameObject I was using, or there was a problem with the score manager script itself. So what I did was I commented out the code that referred to the score manager, and sure enough, this I guess sparked a trail on how to fix the problem. Soon after, I erased the old code and referred to a singleton of the score manager, which is basically just a simple way to do the same thing I was doing before, and guess what?
Alright, I swear, if I don't find a more simple solution to these problems, then I'm gonna die. Anyway, for a while I couldn't decide on whether I wanted to work on my heistings function or start adding more balls. However, just for functionality and to prevent headaches later, I started working on the heistings function. I figured that I would have to create an instance of the timer script in the ball script, and then the actual function in the timer script so that whenever the ball gets destroyed, the time is added to the clock. But I had to figure out how to do that first. So I figured something out. Using the float, I was able to successfully add 2 seconds every time a ball was hit. But there's another problem.
Alright, so I kind of fixed the issue before I properly explained what was actually going on, so I'll give a little bit of a quick explanation here. See, I have my timer script all set up right here, and I have the ball script, and the add time function now works with the specialty balls and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But the problem that I was having was it would add 2 seconds to the clock after the first few balls, and then it would just instantiate by a whole bunch. And the reason why it was doing that is because I had the timer script attached to not only the timer text, as you can see here, but I also had it attached to the actual balls themselves, which caused a whole bunch of issues. So when I took them off the balls and just had it on the timer text and had the function going exactly how I wanted it, it was actually pretty easy to figure out. So that was it. It was now time to shorten the time down from a minute to see if the game was actually fun. I'm thinking 10 seconds, let's see. And hooah! All I had to do was change the time in the inspector and I was good to go. At this point though, it was time for me to get ready for work, so I had to pause this adventure for now. However, I was more than ecstatic to get started on the next feature. Specialty balls.
Side note, when I tested this game further, I discovered that the high stakes function makes the game nearly unlosable. So for now, I'm saving it for other balls, the specialty balls. Another thing I came across is several issues that otherwise came up, and I fixed them at my own time, and I'm not really going to show them in this log, just minor stuff that comes up. So the scripts and everything do look a little bit different from what they did before, however the game still functions the exact same way it's supposed to.
Now, specialty balls are not power-ups. I'll program those in later. Specialty balls are balls that have different behaviors than my current vanilla balls. These balls will give you different point values depending on their difficulty and will add some interesting gameplay, I believe. I plan to have 3 specialty balls so far, with the possibility of at least one more if I can think of it. Sniper balls. These balls will instantiate from the corner of the screen at a very high rate of speed, causing the rest of the balls to bounce around very quickly, making it hard for the player to get everything. Tiny balls. These instantiate in groups, however, are very tiny. Field spawning balls are just field balls. Basically just vanilla balls, but they spawn 4 at once on the screen and at a much lower rate. And finally, Debbie Downers. Slightly bigger than vanilla balls, but have a high function count, causing the balls to stop bouncing. Hopefully. So, after a while of troubleshooting and debugging, I was finally ready to start making the assets for the different specialty balls. For now, I'm going to just make very simple color codes for them, then I'll begin programming each ball.
Alrighty guys, the sprites are in. Now we are all set to start programming in different specialty balls. What I want to do is start with the field ball because that would be the easiest ball to program in because it's basically the same thing as the vanilla ball, just slower. So what I want to do is create a single script that governs all of the spawners I'll use for this. Use the same code for the original spawner, but set the start times and respawn times to go a lot slower than the original.
However, I overlooked one major obstacle. I had set the original ball spawner to spawn a random set of balls in random positions. So I had to go into a lot of code and erase a lot of the randomized parts and tell it, hey dude, can you just spawn the one ball? Thanks.
Alright guys, and that's actually going to end it for this part of the devlog. I realized that with all the edits and everything that I have in here right now, that this first one is already about 15 minutes long, and I don't want it to actually go any more over than 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up into two parts. There's going to be a devlog for part 1, which is this one, and a devlog for part 2. Devlog for part 2 I will post out tomorrow directly after this one, and it will show off the rest of the balls and the script that I use to manage the balls and make sure that they actually don't overcrowd the field. So if you like these videos, please leave a like and subscribe. I've already gotten a little bit of support from my Discord servers and some other people, so if you could do that, it would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, Jaquila out.